just stole my mom's iPad for science. Oh, I just needed to warm up my coffee. Don't worry, the iPad's fine. Today we're testing the urban legend that you can get one lucky Pokemon for every 20 random trades. Now, for the sake of science, we're going to be doing 100 trades, the max number of trades that Niantic allows in a single day. Now, if I meet or beat those odds, I keep the card, and I get to add it to my win column. However, if RNG has other plans, it goes into the loss column and will be donated at the end of the season to a young collector. So without further ado, let's get the first trade going. We're going to be trading an Abra for a Diglett. Let's see how this goes. And funny enough, I actually had a research task for doing a trade. So I'll collect that later off camera because that's probably not going to be interesting. So first one, we're going to add that to our trade video folder. And trade number 2. Okay, we're currently 0 for 2, which that's to be expected. But you'll notice a little bit of a trend here, is that I'm trading away a lot of stuff that is free to evolve. So that way, because she's a little bit lower level than I am, she doesn't really play as much as I do. I think it's going to really help her get those XP, get those evolution grinds going, especially on a spotlight hour. So if I could find a way to help, then I'm going to do it, especially because it's my mom. I was so nervous about this challenge. This is one where I have really no control over the results. I can only hope and pray that RNG favors us today. Now look, I don't mind losing a challenge, especially because it'd be for a good cause. But I'm competitive. How can I be taken seriously if I can get taken out by random odds? Again. Oh shoot. Did I lose count on how many trades I did? Told you I was nervous. Was that 7? 8? Am I spiraling already? Okay, I believe this is trade number 13, I want to say. And so far we have not gotten lucky on any of them, so to stay within the odds that we're hoping for, we need to get one here in the next 7 trades. Otherwise, it is not going to be good for my personal card collection. So, fingers crossed we get lucky here soon. I wasn't feeling lucky until this happened. Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome. We got our first lucky of the video. It's not going to be a Hundo, but that's okay. That's actually really nice. So we were 1 of 16, I want to say. The correct numbers are actually on screen. I'm hoping that me keeping track is accurate, but that's really, really nice. We got our first lucky, so right now we're over odds. Hopefully that luck continues. Maybe we can go back to back here as we trade away a Carablast and get a bouncing pig in return. Which I really can't complain about what I'm getting back because I'm the one who actually caught all these things. So she's okay with me getting rid of really just commons and garbage. Obviously could not go back to back, which has to be expected. But still nonetheless, very cool. So we're trading bugs here. Illumise and Carablast. Let's say we go 2 of the last 3. That would be pretty sick, and to put my mind at ease just a little bit, and unfortunately, no. Dude! Oh my god, that's awesome. Okay, so we got Pumpkaboo. That's a 13, 13, 13. Nothing to sneeze at there. And she actually gave me a free evolution on top of it, too. But okay, that's pretty cool. So we've gotten 2 before we hit the threshold of 20. So far, we're well over odds. Okay, now we're really heating up. So much for those 1 in 20 odds. We're at an incredible 1 out of 10. Yes! Okay, that is lucky number 3 already. That is a Paldean Wooper. Not the best stats, especially because it's mostly going to be useful in PvP. But still, I would like to add another Hundo to the collection. But that's okay, because we're only here for the Luckies, and that is number 3 on trade at 23. I could be wrong. I'm hoping that my Excel spreadsheet is accurate. But I mean, still 3 lucky trades this early in the game. That's exactly what we want. And it's funny because I actually deleted my mom from my account when she stopped playing. Kind of got her sort of back into it, just a little bit, but mostly just enough to get this video going. So we actually lost our best friend status. So we're going into this as like, I think, great friends, I want to say. So yeah, we gave up being BFFs in the game. And I just wanted to do this experiment organically because I think that there's an increased chance of getting lucky if you're best friends. So I really wanted to test this experiment out with some different variables. Oh my God, I can't believe it. 1 in 8 odds. Surely this cannot be sustainable. Yes, there we go. That is lucky number 4 in less than 30 trades. So that is really, really cool. I hate to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I think getting to that goal of 5 is going to be a lot easier than I had originally thought, which, hey, that's okay. But I do have a little bit of a surprise if we do break that 5 lucky trade milestone. So stay tuned for that if and or when we get to that number. Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay. That is fantastic. I didn't check the stats for the last lucky we got. I'll check it for that. We just hit 5 lucky trades already in like 30-ish trades, which is really, really unexpected. Really, really cool. But if I'm going to be lucky, I'm going to make sure a young fan is also lucky. So from here on out, every extra lucky trade that we make today, I'll be donating an additional slab. So if we get, just say, 5 more lucky trades, then I'll donate 5 slabs. So that way, my wins are your wins. So the phrase is, even if I lose, someone still wins. I want to make sure that even when I win, we all win. Because we're trying to build something really special here with this community. That is why we do this. We beat the challenge early. Not like I was nervous or anything, but now with a new side quest, I became hopeful that the luck we had seen in the first third of the challenge would carry on through the rest of the video. That's funny, is Meowth has traditionally kind of like a yellowish background, so my first thought when I saw it come over, I was like, oh my god, to go lucky, and it didn't. But so far, we've beaten the challenge, which is really cool because, again, we get to keep that Pikachu, excuse the glare. Unfortunately, the lighting in my studio is not optimal just yet. Again, the important thing is we're trying to give away as many free cards as possible at this point. So we're officially what? I can actually see in the background over there. Yeah, but down a little bit. Okay, so we're officially going to be 4-1 by the end of this video. But again, I just want to give away as much stuff as possible, but I also like winning. So I think that's kind of like a nice little hybrid. I was about halfway through the trade marathon when it occurred to me that my reporting may not have been accurate. So I knocked out a few more trades. It took a few seconds to make sure my in-game folder actually reflected our results. Okay, I just want to make sure I got back on track. So I just recalibrated my folder just to make sure everything is on the up and up. And this is actually something that's really, really cool. So on my mom's iPad, I just searched for any Hundos, and I found this Abra, which was traded, and we got a Hundo, and it wasn't even a lucky trade. So in case you're wondering, or if you're a little apprehensive about trading, what's the value in it, not only did you notice there's a lot of candies being exchanged back and forth with trading, but you can reshuffle those IVs. You can trade a 0 or 1 star, and you could end up with a Hundo. So that's actually something that's really, really cool. One of the best parts of the trading feature is you can reshuffle those IVs and get something, or take something that was useless, or something you don't have much interest in, and turn it into something really, really good. Because as we know, Alakazam is one of the best psychic types in the game, especially as a Mega Evolution. So one week for my game to update on this side, because hers for some reason didn't need to be updated. I'm actually going to go ahead and evolve it up into Alakazam, and thankfully she did enough Alakazam Mega Raids that she can get that Mega Evolution. So, which, hey, that's really cool. That's another thing I like to do, try to help the community, and my mom is part of the community because she's my mom. That's how that works. But yeah, so that's really cool. She's going to get her first ever Hundo Alakazam. I didn't want to screen record hers plus mine because that's just way too much work and effort. So there we go, 2096 CP. Well, the glare is really bad, but Hundo, beautiful. Let's go ahead and I'll Mega Evolve it for you guys here. So a nice little surprise for Mom. So when she says, "Oh, you don't do anything for me," well, here you go. Not that she ever says that, but there we go. Beautiful. So she got that Mega Alakazam. So, oops, okay, she actually needs to update to continue as well. Okay. Despite the early win and the confidence boost that comes with it, I had to find ways to power through the last, I don't know how many trades. Just hoping that I would see another Pokemon come across those little yellow bubbles I started to expect. We were hitting a drought that lasted way longer than I anticipated. But even in the face of adversity, I couldn't help myself from making fun of a Pokemon that serves almost zero practical purpose. Okay, we did not get Lucky the Pseudo-Wudo. And the IVs are hot dog water. Which is fine, because we don't really care about the IVs for a Pseudo-Wudo. Okay, we are going to do a special trade here where I'm going to give her a costume Pikachu that I have extras of. She didn't get to play during the event, so I think this will be a nice little surprise for her. Hopefully she's okay with being out 16,000 Stardust. Fortunately, did not go lucky. Okay, checking the stats on hers. Oh, no, don't want to transfer that. Like I said, the IVs actually weren't terrible. So that's what, a 13, 8, 14. I mean, Pikachu's not exactly meta relevant anyways. But again, it's still kind of cool that she gets the costume Pikachu that she missed out on. I gave up a rare costume Pikachu only to come face to face with my arch nemesis just a few trades later. Oh God, I swear to God, if this Ducklet goes lucky, I might crash out. For those of you who don't know, I'm not a fan of Ducklet at all. Oh, thank God. Luckily, we did not get a lucky duck. Which, come to think of it, it may not have been the worst thing in the world considering our extended drought. We blew past our goal so early. 5 Luckies and 32 trades, that's almost unheard of. But RNG, as we know, can be cruel and unforgiving. I had to find something, anything, to regain that early luck. And as you saw, I tried everything from giving my mom a Hundo, to trading away a costume Pikachu, to taking in a blue duck that I have an unhinged rivalry with. And still, nothing. So in an act of, I guess we can call it hopeful desperation, I tried something different. Maybe if I traded a Cantonian Geodude for an Alolan Geodude, Niantic and their RNG would smile upon us once again. I wasn't paying attention, but it's kind of funny that I get like a regional mirror trade with these Geodudes. Maybe that's the secret to getting another lucky. Or not. So after that ridiculously hot start where we got 5 in the first, 30 something, We have been on an insane drought of nearly 50 trades. As we're coming close to trade number 80 here, if my reporting is accurate. So it's, I mean, that's frankly just how RNG and basic statistics work. Just because something is 1 in 20 doesn't mean that every 20 trades you're guaranteed to get one. It just means that every trade individually has a 5% chance of going lucky. Like this one right here. No, okay, didn't work. I figured if I changed the juju in the room that it would help. It did not. Maybe I was just bargaining and trying to find literally anything I could to justify this insane cold streak. I started having flashbacks to episode 1, where in that challenge I had 1 in 20 odds and I won early on, only to be bet by a prolonged dry spell. But with some of these challenges, there are just some things you can't control. So regardless of how many more Luckies we get or don't get, I am going to go through and do a quick review of all the things that we had gotten back in trade. So right before the award ceremony, before I put the Pikachu in that case right there behind my head, we are going to go ahead and check the stats of all the Pokemon that we got. Not like full on look through 100 Pokemon, but see if we got any 4 stars, see if we got any 3 stars, and just to kind of see how well the IV reshuffled in our favor. Because I think it'll be kind of an interesting exercise there. Because we saw my mom get a Hundo. I don't know if I'd gotten one yet because I have not checked yet. We were quickly approaching the home stretch. 94 trades completed with 5 lucky Pokemon to show for our efforts. I wanted to get at least one more so I can fulfill the earlier promise of adding to the community prize pool. But, well, I'll let you see in real time how the last 6 trades played out. Okay, gang, this is it. This is the final home stretch here. We have 6 more trades. I'm hoping to get at least one more lucky. We're getting a nice little cluster like we'd gotten earlier. We got 2 out of like 5 or 6, something like that. Fortunately, that's not going to do it there. So now this is trade number 96. So Quillfish are coming in for a Geodude. Come on, guys, just give me one more lucky. I just want one more. And I think the kids watching at home who want a free graded card, I think they probably want one too. So this is trade number 97. We're trading a Geodude for a Heracross. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm also not proud of that one. They can't all be winners. And they can't all be lucky. That's not what we want to see at all. Don't know why I just randomly checked the IVs of that particular one. Maybe because Heracross is very useful in game. Okay, so Abra going out. Bulbasaur coming back. Come on. Abra's lucky for my mom earlier. Let's see if we get lucky on this one. No. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have 2 more trades left. Now there is a bit of a rumor that you guys should go above 100 trades, which I found out when I was kind of practicing for this with a friend of mine. I think it's like technically 102 trades is the actual number, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of science, we're only going to do the planned 100. And unfortunately, number 99 is a no. But here is going to be the final trade of the video. We're going to be sending out a Shelmet for a Bellsprout. Oh, that's called a Safari Ball. Well, okay, that's kind of cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I still checked my mom's account. A lot easier to go through that one than mine because she has way less stuff to worry about. She still has just her 16 Hundos, including that Alakazam we traded earlier. So that's the only really cool thing that she got. But I want to pull up what we got for our side of it. Checking for 4 stars. We didn't get any. That's okay. and a 3 stars. So all 5 Luckies that we did get end up being at least a 3 star. So let's just check these stats. NK, not bad. Mankey, I think it's like a 93. So yeah, 14, 13, 15, so that's 93%. Whooper got 96. The lucky ones, okay, Noibat, we got 91% on that one. No, 90, that's 93. Then Spin Rack was actually halfway decent. Not that it's going to be useful for anything. Same with Scorpy. We'll just check the 0 stars, and we got 34 that were just complete cheeks, which, hey, that's fine. At the end of the day, we got a lot more candy. We spent a bit of Stardust in the process. So it was roughly 10,000 plus to 16,000, so just shy of 26,000 Stardust sent out, which really isn't even that bad. Because think about it, when you trade, you're reshuffling the IVs. So there's going to be a tangible benefit. So even if you're spending Stardust, we only spent really an hour filming this video. You can sit there and just grind. And I mentioned it before in weekly update videos that if you're playing a Spotlight Hour where they give you double transfer candy, trading actually does count as transferring. So I always recommend that tip when that type of Spotlight Hour bonus comes around. That if you have a person who's willing to trade with you, who's willing to sit down with you for the hour, and you just want to trade off a whole bunch of things. They could be meta-relevant things that don't have the best IVs. You can go ahead and reshuffle those. And at worst case, you're getting a whole bunch of extra candies, and you're helping them out as well. So, but yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I actually had a lot of fun with that one. I was hoping, especially after that really hot start, that we'd be able to add a few more things to the donation pile. Unfortunately, that didn't quite work out the way that I had hoped. But, you know, I tell you what, since I oversold it so much earlier, for the hell of it, last video, I donated 2 extra slabs. This video, I'll just add 2 more slabs anyways. So the Pikachu is going to go into the win column on this side. I don't know why I went to that side at first, but the Pikachu is going to go in that case right there, and I'm going to take 2 more slabs from my PC to donate at the end of the season. So let's go ahead and put this bad boy where it belongs. Okay guys, that is it. That is episode 5 of Cap's Card Collection Challenge. We're officially 4-1, which is exactly where we want to be at the midway point of the season. So if you still need to catch up and see how we got to this point, go ahead and click that box right there in the top right hand corner of your screen. We have a lot more cool challenges coming up. They're going to be spanning across multiple parts of the Pokemon franchise, including the TCG, the main series games, a little bit of everything for everyone. And again, on this series, the motto always is, even if I lose, someone still wins. We'll see you in the next video.